Hey everybody, Z. Hope everybody's good tonight. As always, thank you for everything, your continued support and your feedback and your comments. I'm going to make this quick tonight because I don't have a lot of battery left on the phone. But I want to talk about something. I want to have some fun. One of the things I found, if you really want to piss these assholes off, is to, mock them. They can't stand it. So maybe we will do a little bit of that tonight. Why are we here? Well, I think there's a lot of reasons why, and I've shot like a series of videos on the BitChute channel on it. But I'm hearing a lot of people say the same thing, and this is something I've felt for a long time, so I'm going to guess if you're watching this is probably hitting you too, that we feel like we chose to come here. I've said that I felt like I chose where I was going to live, where I was going to grow up on the beach. I chose my parents. I chose my experience where I worked, where I went to school, my first wife, my 30 years of marriage. I think I chose all those things, and I got to experience some really cool shit. But I also think a time came when that experience, it was like a deal I made. I'll come and I'll do this assignment, but I want to have a wife, children. I want to surf and do all this cool shit and, grow up in Spring Break Town or whatever it was. And I think that part of the deal was fulfilled for me. But a time came was like active duty time. And that's when we realized, hey, we got a problem and you got to take care of some business while you're here. Some of us may have got their assignment first and then got to experience life after. Mine was the opposite. I got to experience life. Now it's my time to do this. For all the victims of SRA and that have been abused as children, and we know the numbers, I always keep telling you, more than half of all the girls and 1 in 5 boys. What if we came here and allowed ourselves to be victimized? Why would we do that? Well, what if we saw in this realm some really bad shit going on, and the people that were here were trapped in this realm, and they were being victimized really bad, and there was no justice here? You and I both know there's no fucking justice in this world. It's an illusion of justice. I mean, they may, there's prisons that are full of people. Most of those people are victims themselves, though, of shit that happened to them. And all the people who really do the bad shit get away with it. All the world leaders. Who was one of those Rothschild dudes just died? Was he a gazillionaire? Did anything happen to him? No. Do you think he's facing judgment right now? Maybe not. I don't know. So maybe that fucker got away with it. But there sure is a lot of people that get away with everything, don't they? And it seems like there's never justice for them. These world leaders that create all these wars and all this stuff, all these mass people who mass murdering genocide and all that and democide. No, there is no justice here. In fact, they call it the criminal justice system for a reason. It was run by criminals. So how will these people ever face any justice for what they've done? If this realm is corrupt, where are you going to find justice? Well, what if we come from a higher realm? Let's say this. I'm going to use Switzerland as an example. You've heard me say this before. And Switzerland is like like the highest realm country in the world. It has diplomatic powers and so forth. And let's say you leave Switzerland and you go to the U.S. and you're supposed to go for 30 days on a little travel visa, but you spend 30 years. You think after 30 years, you're just going to, hey, America's turned to shit, I'm going to go home to Switzerland. You think you're just going to skip your happy ass back in there? Oh, hell no. You're going through customs. And they got some questions for your ass. When you were there, what did you do? Did you earn income and pay taxes to that country? Oh, that's a crime. Did you join its military? Was there? Oh, that's treason. Did you swear allegiance to its flag? That's treason. Did you swear allegiance to a king or a god or an entity? Did you bow down and say, you're my King of Kings and Lord of Lords? Did you give away your inheritance? Yeah, and what do you think, you're going to hop your ass right back in here? You're full of disease. You can't walk back in this country. You're contaminated like that fruit you're trying to bring in. And your mind is corrupt. You're not coming back in this realm. You're in fucking trouble. Now, what if those entities are here? Some of them have left the realm, came here, and they basically went AWOL and threw themselves out. And they're like, I'm not going back for justice. Well, yes, your ass is. You and some of the ones that are from other outer realms, maybe these alien entities. because we're citizens of that higher realm. And the reason why we get to go back is we didn't violate the international laws, the interdimensional laws, like don't fuck children and don't do the nasty shit that you've done and don't go lying on people and bearing false witness and destroying marriages and violating and raping and all the fucking crap that you've done. We didn't do those things. But you did, so you can't return. And you joined secret societies and pledged oaths, and you're not going back. So how do they face justice? Well, if we are citizens of that country, in that realm, and we came in here and we allowed ourselves, and maybe we chose to be here, so that we could be victimized, so we could take that, because to be a crime, there has to be a victim, and there has to be something perpetrated against you that caused damages. And if someone violated you as a child or as an adult or all that, you have to then, now, even though they've done it, until someone files a criminal complaint, they get away with it. Well, you can't file a criminal complaint of the higher realm if you're not from there. Starting to make some sense? So being that we're those beings, we file the criminal complaints. They've done some bad shit to us and our family. So we get to extradite their sick asses back to face justice. And they can't even go all the way back. They're set into a quarantine zone. And we go back and they'll face justice there. So maybe we came into this realm just for that. Like I said, so many people online, and these other women from one of the channels I was on today, they all are saying the same thing. These women that were victimized, they said, I think we came here and allowed this to happen to us. And I'm hearing this over and over. So and this is what I believe. I believe, me personally, that I chose where I was going to be born, where I lived. I chose who my parents were. I chose to grow up on the beach and surf and do all the stuff I'd done, and got to do all that cool shit. Because if I could change my life, would I change anything that I did? No, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. That's perfect. So I think that part of my deal here was I got to experience those things, marriage. I don't have any children, but I got to raise a daughter who I freaking love. Man, I love my little girl, Krista. I had 2 granddaughters I'd never met, by the way, because of this shit. And I chose to, and I got to do all those things. But I think, okay, time's up. We got to take care of business now. And I know that's exactly what happened to me. And time to go to war or whatever we have to do. I'll say this. I think all of this, if we'd known how fucking horrible it was going to be, we probably wouldn't have signed up for it. Just a couple things to throw out there. This came to me today. And I'd say this. I wish I could tell you who it is that I communicate with. It would fucking blow you away. But they concur with this, that why do we not have the power here to take care of the business here? I believe we're not allowed to have our full power here. We might get in trouble with it. We might use it in the wrong ways and it'd be dangerous. So I believe this power that we do possess, we're living under the constraints of this realm, and we don't have full access to it, like we don't have full access to our memory. If we did, it would greatly change how we do things here. And if we did, if we had that power and knowledge, we wouldn't be victimized. And if we're not victimized, then we can't carry that. We can't carry those assholes back for justice. So we were put here, and as I was told, very, very specifically in this thing that happened with me 2 years ago, my wife, that they used me for bait. I wasn't very happy when I heard that. But it was very short, as I processed, I was like, you know what? I kind of suspected that. And so I was used to bait to draw these 2 fucking Masonic assholes out so they would perpetrate this fucking horrible crime against me because they were doing it to my wife, and she can't file the criminal complaint or take it back because they have her so fucked up on all the mind control shit that they've done to her and drugged up that she can't fight back, and she's trapped. So I step into the picture and they fucking take the bait and they go after me. Now, I'm a different entity. I'm taking their fucking sorry asses back to the fucking higher realm. And I can tell you one thing, when I get back there ain't going to be no Jesus forgiveness for your ass. You're going to get your shit bitch slapped, and I'm throwing your fucking ass out forever. And you'll never commingle with us ever again. And that goes for the rest of you out there that have done all these shit to these children and this nasty shit that's going on. You're not coming back to the higher realm, and you're not getting away with it. You're going to go and you're going to face justice. That's why we're here. And to the women out there that have gone through the most horrible shit that's beyond even my comprehension, babies, you guys are my heroes. You're fucking awesome. And you are going to fucking take their asses back, and they're going to face charges for what they've done. Because I think we were in the higher realm looking down going, God, those people are being fucking destroyed down there or over there or wherever it is. And we got to do something. They might have been some of our own people that came here, they got tricked, got kidnapped, or they, maybe they fucked up a little bit and decided to come here and experience shit and probably for a lot of reasons. And so there'll be a lot of dimensions of guilt and of crime. In fact, I've been holding this to say this for the Masons. I'll do a whole video on it, but I'll go ahead and say this. You know that G they have on their insignia? It's always been a lot of confusion on what that G means. Some people say, oh, it means God or the Grand Architect. Or it means a gnosis, knowledge. Ooh. I'll tell you what it means. You want to know what it means? It means guilty. That's what that G means. Your asses are guilty. Yeah. I wouldn't be wearing that on Judgment Day, or that fucking apron, or any other stupid shit you put on. Ain't no special signals or handshakes going to get you out of this courtroom, dickheads. So that is one of our purposes for being here, to be victimized, to go through it. You're not going to you're not going to find justice here, or you're not going to have your reward here either. And we don't have access to power because it could be used in bad ways, and it just can't be done. And we don't have our memory, so they couldn't interrogate us, and it would change how we do things. And that, like I said, if we had that power, that knowledge, we probably wouldn't put ourselves in the position of victimhood, because we would stop it before it started. And so, yeah, it sucks ass, and it's fucking horrible, but it's something I feel very strongly about. So I want to say that in good news for those of you who have been through awful fucking hell and are still being, for us targeted individuals that are, I'm going to tell you what all they did to me and continue to do. And I'm not ashamed to tell you, you just fucking want to die every day. The pain, the suffering, the heartache they put on you, and the mental anguish they put you through is so fucking horrible. But then again, you just say, if I punch out of this fucker, did I finish my mission? Did I do everything I was supposed to do? And what if I got back and the very person I came here, or we came here to rescue, it could be your spouse or one of your children or someone, and God damn it, you just got to keep pushing on. So anyway, that's all I want to share with you tonight. A lot on this, low battery. Okay, so I got a few more minutes left. A lot of this thing on the higher realms, and we are higher realm beings. I do believe that. And I want to say this for the men out there that have done this bad shit. There is still time for you to reconcile. But salvation, you're not this bullshit of scapegoat, that someone's going to pay for your sins and your fucked up crap. That's bullshit. Your ass will be in the reincarnation loop right back here. As you Masons say to yourselves, you need to square up. You need to square up. If there is a thing called salvation, it comes from the people that you fuck over in this world. You better make things right with them, because you could find yourself, or I could find myself in that courtroom. Yeah. We better make our shit right. When I started this, I'm gonna end it with this. But when I started this whole thing, I went to a certain council and I demanded justice. And I was screaming for justice. And I wanted judgment passed on these two men that did this to me. Freemasonic, born-again fuckheads. And I told them what was done. I took my criminal complaint here. And you know what I was told? Okay, you'll get your justice. And they'll get their judgment. But you first. And I said, what? I'm not the one who did this. And they said, no. You want justice and you want judgment? You first. It'd be hypocritical if we passed judgment on them and somewhere in your past you were guilty of some shit too. So maybe if you want this thing to work, you might want to clean yourself up first. Well, yeah, that's part of what I've been through. So in this thing here, I'll end it with this. So for the crime that's been committed against you and what you've had to go through is part of maybe a purging process of us refining ourselves. And in that, it's not a punishment, it's just a refinement. And sometimes tough times make us to be better people, makes us more empathetic towards others, more appreciative and more humble. So out of suffering, there are good things that do come. So again, whatever it is that we're going through, and we're going through some horrible shit, hang tight to it. But one last thing, silence is consent. There's that Roman Maximus law, remember, for him that would be deceived, let him. You have this voice, and you've got to scream out what's been done to you, and you need to take those complaints, and you need to take them up. Let them do it to you here. Fight them and let them come after you. They're only fucking themselves over. And then one day you'll be able to stand and say, yeah. Anyway, that's my little video for tonight. The 3 M's, the military, the masonry, and the ministry. I didn't realize when I made that video how fucking profound that was. The conversations I've had after this have said, that is so fucking nailed down, so tight, that yeah, these dudes, which are, if you want to replace the word Mason with psychopathic assholes, reptilian, Draco, disgustos, they've interbred, and yeah, yeah, 2 things they needed. They needed to have control of the military, the most powerful on earth, and they need to control the world's religion as their cover. And that's the next video, is how they've used the church, and I mean every church, as cover. So we're going to get down to some tough shit here. If you want to really know who's causing all this to happen, I've said this for over a year now, it's the Christians that are causing this to happen. Because out of their stupidity and their ignorance, they're running cover for these people. And they don't really realize it, that they are participating. Yeah, we're getting into that big time. Anyway, fun shit. All right, I love everybody. I'm out. Thanks for time tonight. And see you soon. Bye.